Why has Diddy's adopted daughter Ava started to appear in the public eye again? It seems that no one realizes this is her distress signal.
I have never been near a puff party. Never been near. And anybody who knows me knows if there is a party, I'm the first one out.
Holy shit, I forgot about this.
Decided that he was going to be a grown man, so then he saw me and decided to pick me up.
Have you ever noticed how when the heat turns up, the most powerful people suddenly get chatty? That's exactly what's happening right now with Oprah Winfrey and other celebrities after the Diddy controversy blew up. And this isn't just some baseless internet rumor, this goes way deeper. We're talking AI-generated photos, sealed court documents, suspicious connections, and receipts so damning they could end careers overnight. At one point, something about Diddy's alleged adopted daughter even popped up, and everyone on the internet literally lost it, desperately connecting the dots. So what did Oprah have to say about Diddy and his alleged adopted daughter? And who are the other celebrities who decided to break their silence? Let's get into it. For decades, Oprah's image has been carefully curated. The generous billionaire, the media mogul, the queen of inspiration. But once her name got tied to Diddy's freak-off party circuit, that whole fairy tale started to crack. Oprah got on stage at a motivational event just to say she was never, allegedly, to a Diddy party. Now hold up, Oprah never addresses rumors.
Been near a puff party. Never been near. And anybody who knows me knows if there is a party, I'm the first one out.
Right.
I'm the first one out.
But people love salacious
Yes.
stories.
Yeah.
They love salacious stories. And you can tell them stories about you feeding those girls in South Africa.
They don't want to hear about that.
They don't want to hear about that at all.
She didn't say a word about Weinstein or Epstein. She didn't speak when her own South African school for girls was hit with a sexual abuse scandal. But now, she's rushing to clear her name over a Diddy party? Something ain't right. See, Oprah had already been quietly mentioned in connection with these parties, especially after AI-generated images started circulating online. Images that showed her at what appeared to be one of Diddy's infamous events. And while Oprah says those photos are fake, the internet's not buying it. Because if you've followed her career, you know she's been photographed with some of the most problematic men in Hollywood. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, even Diddy himself. People are connecting the dots.
Everybody has a story. Everybody has a story. And so I think this is a watershed moment. And if we make this just about Harvey Weinstein, then we will have lost this moment. I think this is a moment where no matter what business you work in, there have been women who not only had the disease to please, that's a part of it, but who felt that in order to keep my job, in order to keep my position, in order to keep moving forward, I've got to smile, I've got to look the other way, I got to pretend he didn't say that, I got to pretend he didn't touch me. I think those days are about to be over.
And then there's the school, and Diddy's alleged adopted daughter enters the photo. There's been some online chatter suggesting one of Diddy's adopted daughters might have been seen at one of his infamous parties. And while Oprah denied being in one of those parties, fans still found a way to connect her with this speculation. Now don't get it twisted, no one's saying Oprah had anything to do with Diddy's legal mess, but people online are pointing out something interesting. Back in 2007, Oprah's all-girls school in South Africa, something she poured millions into and hand-selected students for, was at the center of a heartbreaking abuse scandal.
You are welcome. I bless you in removing your child from the school because my number one priority is the safety and well-being.
A dorm matron was accused of misconduct against several students. Oprah wasn't directly involved, and she did take accountability, famously saying, "The buck always stops with me." But now that allegations of abuse and cover-ups are surfacing in elite circles, people are starting to connect the dots, fairly or not. They're asking, if Oprah had something like that happen under her watch before, could it be possible she knows more about the Hollywood inner circle than she's let on? Has she ever met Diddy's alleged adopted daughter somewhere along the way? There are even some who literally questioned if she housed the kid in her controversial school. Again, this is all speculation. No accusations, no facts tying her to anything current. But in the court of public opinion, the timing has people talking. Because when names like Diddy, Oprah, and private parties start circulating in the same breath, even loosely, it's hard not to wonder what's really going on behind closed doors. Now fast forward to today. When the AI images hit and whispers of sealed witness lists began swirling around Diddy's case, Oprah didn't stay silent. She got ahead of it. Because word on the street is that her name might actually be in those sealed documents. And Oprah ain't the only one getting nervous. So is T.D. Jakes.
You can't sue it down, you can't tear it down because of a small law that is included in the way that our laws are written right now. And our people don't know that. And not only do they not know it, they help spread it.
Absolutely.
They help spread it. They help spread it. Now, I'm almost 70 years old. What do I look like? And I am a grandfather. What do I look like at this late day?
Now, we can't forget about him since he was with Oprah just recently denying all their links with Diddy. However, we all know how it works, right? And if the rumor about Diddy's adopted daughter is true, then all the accusations and conspiracy theories about TD might also be true. In case you missed it, while other celebs were doing public cleanup, Bishop Jakes made his own move, quietly stepping down from his position as head of the Potter's house. And while the announcement was wrapped in emotional language about legacy and family succession, the timing raised eyebrows. Because just as Diddy's name began flooding court dockets, so did Jakes. According to federal court documents and leaked testimony, Bishop Jakes wasn't just a bystander. He was allegedly named in multiple sealed cases involving Diddy's private events. We're talking about serious allegations, sex trafficking, drug use, private jets to undisclosed parties. And while nothing has been proven yet in court, his sudden resignation started to look a lot less like retirement and a lot more like a strategic retreat. And it doesn't stop there. Lil Rod, the former Bad Boy producer who filed a civil lawsuit against Diddy, named Jakes directly. The claim? Diddy planned to use his relationship with Bishop Jakes to help manage public backlash. Translation: Jakes wasn't just a preacher. He was part of the spin team. Someone Diddy allegedly believed could sway public opinion when the lawsuits dropped. Now think about that. Why would a secular music mogul rely on a pastor to help cover up sex trafficking allegations? Because Jake isn't just a spiritual leader, he's a media empire. With TV deals, books, real estate holdings, and ties to every major Hollywood gatekeeper, he has influence. And influence is power. Speaking of influence, another celeb who used to bask under the privilege of influence is Ashton Kutcher. And yes, we got to talk about him as well. Why? Well, he might have something to do with Diddy's alleged adopted daughter too. The guy built his second act on saving kids from exploitation. He co-founded Thorn, testified before Congress, and even cried on camera. But behind that hero image, there's a history that's starting to look real shady. See, Ashton and Diddy weren't just industry friends. They were close. Like training for marathons together, close.
So I guess I never realized how close Ashton Kutcher is with P. Diddy. I had no idea that they had been friends for years and Ashton Kutcher used to attend Diddy's white parties. Like Diddy and Ashton have been close even back when he was married to Demi Moore.
Ashton was a regular at Diddy's parties, the very same ones now being investigated for trafficking, underage guests, and illegal surveillance. Now this is where things get dark. Sources close to Diddy's adopted daughter say Ashton wasn't just attending these parties, he was bringing people, allegedly introducing her to guests, making her feel like she belonged in those rooms. And at the time, she saw him as a mentor, a safe figure. But now, she's calling it what it was, a setup. There are whispers that Ashton appears on multiple private guest lists for Diddy's most exclusive events. Not just once, repeatedly. And more disturbingly, he allegedly shows up on surveillance footage close to underage girls. His behavior on camera? Described as uncomfortable at best, incriminating at worst. It gets worse. There's rumored audio of Ashton, Diddy, and another voice joking about industry initiations in a tone that doesn't sound playful. His body language during old interviews? Shaky. Like that one Hot Ones episode where he's asked about Diddy parties and nearly fumbles the whole segment. And remember, Ashton and Mila Kunis also wrote letters in support of Danny Masterson after he was convicted of rape. Letters calling him a good man, a misunderstood soul. That move backfired. Hard. Ashton stepped down from Thorne to avoid being a distraction, but by then it was too late. People started asking, how do you fight predators in public while defending them in private? So now the question is this: what did Oprah know and why did she speak out now? Because people don't get ahead of a story unless they know it's about to break. Maybe Oprah never partied with Diddy, maybe Ashton and TD Jakes were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. But when your names are on guest lists, in lawsuits, and on video, silence won't save you. But what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments and make sure to stick around for more.